What's good is Kimmy and I'm back with my tea of the day. Welcome back to season 2. Hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I am making it. I know I take some breaks to regroup, get myself together, like really figure out what I want to talk about so I can really dive in and dissect it, you know? And just thank y'all for my active listeners all over the world because I'll be seeing y'all. And this is a blessing to know how far my little old voice is traveling and how important it is to have a platform to speak your narrative. Just saying. So let's get into self-love today. I want to get into self-love and why it is crucial. It is mandatory. It is essential to love yourself completely. And I can tell you how to get there. I feel like self-love journey is so crucial, but it's so important and it's so needed to get there. A lot of people may not understand why they need to go through these steps, but I feel like once you go through these steps, you're gonna become the best you, the best version of you possible. Whether you're changing for someone, hopefully you're not, because if you're trying to grow for someone else, then that's where you fucked up already. That's strike one. But you need to change for yourself. And I feel like that's step one for recovery. Because a lot of us are in recovery. A lot of us don't necessarily, or been in times or a place. Because I can't speak for everyone. But I just came out of recovery. I was in recovery for years. I was depressed for years. I hated myself for years. And these are my steps that I followed to actually do the work, to get out of recovery and be where I am today. New body, new me, new mindset. So, step one for self-love is definitely looking at yourself in the mirror and finding out, writing down what you don't like about yourself. That's step one. Step two would be, then with this list of flaws that you feel like you have, narrow down the top 3 flaws that you feel like you have. For me, my top 3 was definitely, it's about 3 deep. Let's see. My top 3 flaws when I looked at myself in the mirror, it was definitely I hated my lips. No. I don't necessarily hate my lips, but I wasn't the biggest fan of my lips. But I hated the way it looked. I hated my mouth. And I hated just my overall appearance. So, once you narrow down your 3 flaws, we can go to step 3, which would be owning your flaws, being okay with your flaws, honoring your flaws. Because once you honor them, once you speak them into existence, no one can ever use them against you. There will never be any motherfucker who can hurt you from the flaws, because you know that. That leads us to step 4. Start working on your flaws. Start working on what doesn't suit you. Start working on what you envision in your life. Start working on, if I make this better for me, how can this change me? Ask yourself these hard questions. What can change? What change do I feel like I need? So, start working on it. Look at yourself in the mirror. Give yourself those wonderful affirmations like, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am important. Like, that shit helps a lot. A lot of people don't necessarily look at themselves in the mirror to really look at themselves. They have to look at themselves to make sure that appearance-wise they quote-unquote look good to go out the door, but they're not really looking at their soul. Like, when I look in the mirror now, I look at my soul. I look at what a beautiful person I am, inside and out. And then I look in the mirror and I tell myself, when I need it, I'm sexy. I may not be everyone's cup of tea. I may not look like everyone or their quote-unquote type, but I'm sexy. And I'm needed. And I'm important. And I am enough. That one feels the motherfucking deal. When you know that you're enough, when you know what you bring, then you can go down to step 5. Step 5 would absolutely be being the best you can be. Be that bad bitch. Be that cunt. Be the best you can be. Live in your truth. And the truth will set you free. Step 6 with self-love would absolutely be start learning yourself again. Start learning who you are at 32 or 42 or 12 or 20, 21. Whatever age you are, start learning yourself and learning who you are and what you want. Start clearing out all of the noise that could be in the background, because that can be a huge distraction. Stop necessarily thinking what social media or what the media says is beautiful, and really just look at how melanin your skin is, or non-melanin. Just look at who you are as a person. Like, what are you proud of? Like, what have you accomplished? What have you done? So like, oh, okay, I am on my grind. For me, I definitely had to relearn myself. I relearned my likes and my dislikes. And relearn just what I bring to the table. Like, what kind of person am I? Am I legitimately an asshole? Am I really ugly? Or do people just perceive me as ugly? Am I really that shy? Or am I just introverted? Am I really a bitch? Or do people just try me and I react? And then you have to look at why you react, because that's not helping you. Let's go to step 7. Start dating yourself. I know it sounds corny. I know a lot of people may not even understand the concept of that, of being alone, like completely being alone. Like, before the pandemic, I was definitely dating myself, and it felt so amazing. Like, take your ass out on a trip. Take your ass to the movies, take your ass to bowling, take your ass to dinner. Just to dinner and the movies. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Because once you realize the standard that you have for yourself, no one can ever break that standard. No one can ever disrespect you, because you know how much you love yourself. You know that you enjoy spending time with yourself, and whoever you allow in your life needs to respect the time that you have with yourself. They need to respect the boundaries and the do's and the don'ts. And a lot of people may feel like having boundaries or having a self-respect is selfish and it's not. That's how you protect yourself. By having boundaries, by having self-respect. Because if you don't respect yourself, you respect someone else too? Absolutely not. But once they see that, oh no, he's not playing games, like he loves himself, so I can't try all the stuff that I try with these broken people out here. Because not for nothing, I'm sorry, but people are hunters, people are prey, and a lot of times we fall into the system of being preyed on, and maybe not even potentially knowing it. So, step 8, after you date yourself, I would say definitely take yourself on a trip. Go somewhere with just you. You, one mind, one body, one soul. I have been traveling by myself for the last 2 to 3 years. And although people may think it's crazy, I can never do it, it's very refreshing. Because then you get to really see yourself and you see the world in different eyes. And you have a different compassion for yourself and for people when you see them in a different light. And it's refreshing. Like, there's no having to wait on people. Like, there's no compromising. Because you're not compromising yourself. So, if that day on vacation you feel like doing absolutely nothing, then you have that right to do absolutely nothing. Because you're spending time with yourself. Like, you're really finding who you are. I feel like step 9 for self-love would definitely be, now let's go back to that list. And let's not revert back, but let's look at the growth. Let's look at where I was before, how I felt before, and see if things changed. See if all of these steps helped or did it hinder the process. If you did the steps the way in order, and if you really did the work within those steps. Because it's work. It doesn't come easy. Trust me. But it's important. And step 10. If the list that you created now is way less and they're different, then you found self-love. You found the courage and the audacity and just the amazingness to love yourself cold-heartedly. No matter what size you are, no matter what complexion you are, no matter how you feel that day, no matter how much you could have fucked up or you made a mistake. But at the end of the day, you love yourself. And at the end of the day, no one can tell you anything different. No one can sway you. You don't rely on other people's ability or ambitions or just their negative energy. You reflect it now. You let it bounce off. You don't even address it. Like, all of the negative things that people could possibly say about me, I don't run and hide from it anymore. Like, when people make comments about my sexuality, or about where I live, or about my teeth, or about this, or about that, or it doesn't affect me. I'm happy I'm in a place where I really am happy. And a lot of people are afraid of happiness. That's what I truly feel. I feel like people are afraid of happy because they don't feel like it exists. And they don't feel like it exists because we was taught not to love ourselves. We were taught to be like someone else. We were taught to build this persona of something that we want to be, but never really feel like we can achieve it. we was taught to be in a relationship or be in a situation or be with people just for what they can bring to us, but not to necessarily love them. And then you can't necessarily love anyone if you don't love yourself, if you really don't do the homework. And like I said before, there's a lot of broken people out here that we allow into our essence of us, because we're broken. And two broken people can't be together. Two broken people can't prosper together. Two broken people can't do anything together but break themselves down even more. To where then these steps might not even work for you. And I would hate for it not to. I feel like, for me, being broken down to the lowest point where I didn't even know what love was. I was so numb to love. I just wanted affection. I wanted attention. I craved it. I needed it. And when you crave and need something that bad, then there's something wrong with you. If you never gave yourself a break out of a relationship to really look at and assess the damage that it left, and the work that you may need on, because the work that you may need to do, because you was part of that problem, you was part of that situation. I never understood people who never took breaks out of a relationship. Like, it intrigues me when I ask, so when was your last relationship? Oh, a few weeks ago, a few months ago. So did you really do your homework in 6 months? Like, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I definitely feel like within those 6 months you were talking to people, you just never wanted to make it serious. And that's cool, but I definitely feel like when I pick people's brains, it all goes back to not doing the work, not really loving yourself. Because you don't feel value in fixing yourself. You don't feel value in knowing the new you now. Because after anything ends, you change, whether you like it or not. It alters your perspective, it alters your action, it alters your reaction to everything. And if you don't notice that, and if you don't pick and figure out why and what's new, and if you want to keep this newness, or is this newness just out of hurt? And we have to figure out if it's hurt or what it is. But ultimately, we definitely need to come up with a plan of how we can genuinely love ourselves. Because a lot of people say that they love themselves, but how you treat people and how you allow people to treat you, it shows people everything. It displays it right there. What you allow shows how much you love yourself. Like, a lot of people are in relationships that are open, and I never understood that. Not for nothing, I proposed that to my infamous ex. I proposed that idea, and I'm happy that we never went through with it, and I'm happy that we were so far gone to even try that, because I'm the type of person, knowing me now, knowing me then, I would have went with it because I didn't want to lose him. Because I didn't love myself, because I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared to be alone. I needed him. And when you become that codependent on anyone, you will open up so many cans of worms and so many cans of this fucked up shit that will happen. It's not even fucking funny. Like, on most occasions, and oftentimes, you only open up a relationship when one, infidelity already happened. So cheating already happened. So you don't want to leave that person because now that's not a deal breaker. But from jump, that was a deal breaker. But because we're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in, and I feel like I gave up all of myself for this relationship. So now my one deal breaker is not going to be a deal breaker. So now let's open up the relationship. But are you mentally preparing yourself for this open relationship? Because this person is going to regardlessly do that clearly, because they have no regards to your fucking feelings or how you felt when you're within a closed relationship. So you think they're going to have regards and have boundaries? Are we even talking about boundaries? Or the what can happen when you bring another person that's that intimate into your bedroom? I mean, what if, not for nothing, they're better than you in bed? Are there protocols to not seeing that person? Is there protocols to not allowing that person to get in between y'all? Like, what is the protocol? Like, what are the barriers? Or are we not even having those conversations? And then when we get hurt, we wonder why this person is still messing with the person that we brought in. Or now they have multiple people. And other having kids within our relationship. How do you love yourself if you allow them to mistreat you? How do you love yourself if you allow them to persuade your better judgment? Because you know. Or how do you love yourself when you allow them to change you? That part. Because you was never okay with being open before. Because you would have been open from jump in your relationship, and they would have knew, oh, this person's open. Can I deal with that? But now you have to deal with them wanting to open it up. And if you bring it to their attention that you're not comfortable with that, and you're the only one who seems to be having fun, because I'm not open to anyone but you. And I've only wanted to be open to anyone but you. And they can't give you the respect to even close the relationship or just end the relationship, then they want you to suffer. Ultimately. So then what do? Do you suffer or do you break off the relationship? Hopefully it's the latter and you break off the relationship. So then you can get yourself respect back. So then you can start building and rebuilding and tearing down what was broken within you. I've been there. And although the work was hard, the work was tedious, and of course, you will be rebellious to the process. You will not understand the process. You will feel like the process doesn't work. But maybe this process isn't for you. But you have to find a process that is. You have to really look at yourself in the mirror and figure out who you are. Inside and out. Figure out your body. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you hate. Because we're all going to hate something about ourselves. That's just life. But you have to be okay with what you hate. You have to be okay with your flaws. You have to be okay with who you are. And how you are. You have to really find it within yourself to love yourself. And it is completely okay to love yourself. Because I said so. I'm giving you that right to love yourself. If you don't want to give you that right, I give it for you. Love yourself and love yourself hard. Hug yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are beautiful. You are handsome. You are a catch. You are that bitch. You are loved. You are important. You are special. You are needed. You are wanted. And you are just everything. You are everything you are supposed to be. Because you belong here. And just continue living your life. Continue learning and growing and being the best version of yourself. Like within these last months especially, although we are in a pandemic, and although like a lot of stuff are not open and still wearing a mask thing, but spending quality time with yourself is amazing. And really becoming one with yourself and me really learning myself now is just wow. I'm a completely different person. Especially with my weight loss journey that I'm going through. And my braces and just everything that's bettering me and making me even more confident and like I can just tackle anything. And a few years ago I didn't feel like that at all. Like I look at myself in the mirror like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. I know. I'm a con, I'm a butch queen, I'm trade, I'm feminine, I'm masculine, I'm in between, I'm all of these things. And it's great when you can embrace all sides of you. It's amazing when you can learn all that and know when to revert and to bring out those sides because they all are part of you. And when you are that in love with yourself and that okay with yourself to bring them all out and then share them, it's amazing. It is really life-changing. And hopefully we all get there on our time. Thank you for listening to Keep Up the Chase channel. This was episode Self-Love. Season 2. Episode 28. Yeah, 28. Look at that. We about to reach season 3, y'all. I hope you're ready for this ride. I cannot wait for these exclusive interviews that I'm trying to cook up for y'all. I cannot wait for some more Mew, like some more music. I cannot wait for some more life experiences that I can share with you. And then hopefully you can share with us. Because as much as I want to teach and I want to kind of share my experiences so then hopefully it would teach someone and make them learn so they don't have to make the same mistakes I had. So they don't have to have the same self-hate or the same self-doubt that I've had. This is for us, y'all. Hopefully y'all get that. This channel is for us. This channel is for us to have these conversations about many things, a plethora of things. And my Facebook is Akeem Holder. And my IG is Keem Holder. Let me know what y'all thought. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Listen. And definitely if you want to work together, if you want to say a quote, if you want to rap, if you like whatever your talent is, let's talk. Like my platform is for everyone. Because we all deserve to have a platform. We all deserve to talk. We all deserve to be heard. And we all deserve to heal. Let this be a healing for you today. Laters.